Welcome back to an episode of We Are Still at the starting area here. We, well, gave a little bit of an introduction to the game, but nothing else really happened. And now our little task right here. Oh, by the way, L was our little journey through here, right? We got the books, owls, and salamanders, a test of magic, which is speak to your mentor Alcalata. Too many A's. Oh, my studies of Stardale Fortress, and so on and so forth. Quest complete. I should speak to my mentor and begin the last test. Wait. Whoa, this is just, yeah, we just did something. Here I am at Bellevue, at the stone circle of the dancing dead, trained as a magician of the fighting brotherhood and ready to save the world, just as I have read about it so many hundreds of times in the library of Mistdale Castle. Well then, creatures of darkness, now's the time to tremble, for here is a magician who is able to bring about your demise, both with a sword and with magics. I should speak with my mentor. And there's our little introduction to like who we are. The Battle Mage is the classical spellcaster, but with one difference. He's also an adept sword fighter. Not really that much. He just uses them, but he does not use them when the situation demands it. But the Battle Mage's most powerful weapon is the elemental magic, and is able to shake the very foundations of the world. Oh, magic lore. A general knowledge of the law of magic increases the damage caused by all spells. And the ability to meditate increases the regeneration rate of spells. That's neat. So this is kind of like your glossary. Yeah, we also have the fire spell. I never really went through this glossary. Interesting. The Solis Ortus, ancient and carrying for sunrise, is a classic fireball spell, which is emitted from the hands of a magician and is able to kill weaker opponents directly. Upgrades of this combat spell may increase the speed at which the magician can cast the fireballs. What? And the fireballs will have a bigger impact area. Both will enable the magician to harm several enemies at once if they stand really close together. And there's also some books that we can read, and statistics, which it takes on and on and on. Opponents defeated 1. Which is this one goblin that kind of got too close to us. Most recent opponents were, again, the goblin. You can't really discern this icon because we're a bit too far, maybe. Anyway, so we have gold per level, AW, whatever that means, and attack value probably, and defense. No, defend level? Yeah, attack value and defense probably. So, that's a very, very interesting kind of line here, because like they seem to diverge a little bit. Anyhow, Examina Magica. Defeat this summoned monster. My last test time to kill an Ascaron troll in the ancient stone circle of the dancing dead. Must not leave the stone circlet until I'm victorious. Let's go. Alright. Let's get in there. Okay. Like, no more tips is nice and all. But I already, look at this. I already read through that. Why do I have to do that multiple times? Also, if I press the control key, then we don't stand still. Shouldn't there be a standing still button? I don't know. What about D? D does nothing. I thought that was a... Maybe it's W for wait? No. What about Q? Oh yeah, wait a minute. There are those potions, right? Like Q... Yeah, QW and something, and mostly space. You don't go for space. You just do that. Oh yeah, I can't do that. Bam! Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes. And a bit more damage. Come on. Get killed. Get killed. Alrighty. There we go. Experience, and even more experience. I don't know why we got so much of it. And we immediately got a level up. And again, it showed me that stuff. Oh, come on. Stop giving me the same...
Congratulations. My last bidding to you is this. Go to the Bellevue garrison and speak to Commander Romata, my bold student. I discharge you from your apprenticeship and bow before you. Magician of Battle, young Ensign Weston will accompany you to Commander Romata. Until we meet again, my friend. I shall now return to my home.
And poof, gone. Actually, I think I know how this teleportation thingy works, but anyway, how do we? Yeah, I think we cannot get the. There was a way of getting the item of this guy. It's just I don't know how exactly. Anyway, so let's. Yeah, if you have this icon up here, it's kind of like self-explanatory almost. We have, of course, skills and attributes. Not just 1 point for each, but like skills or attributes, but 1 for skills and 1 for attributes. So what do we go for? More damage or slightly lesser cooldown? Because right now nothing happened here. Like it's still 2.7 seconds, but we could at least gain another spell. The problem here is that all of them share 1 cooldown. That means that a large spell has a large cooldown and a small spell has a small cooldown, let's call it that. And you can cast like the small spell multiple times in a row, but then the large spell will not recharge at all because it needs more energy. So this is the iffy bit. So even having like a small spell for like the in-between kind of fights is good, but you won't be able to use the good stuff. So increases the damage caused by all spells. Sure. Increase the regeneration rate of magical spells. Yeah, speed is to our advantage, right? Reduces spell cooldown, increases spell damage, magics, and all of that. So let's just be a bit more offensive here. Bam. 1 more point, and what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, actually, I think it's a little bit faster now. What does it say? Reduces spell cooldown, increases spell damage, magic resistance, and not cast speed though. Anyway, that's kind of weird. The damage went up by 1, by the way. See that? 118. I think. Is that like a fire spell or something? Fire damage of weapons and special moves. Like this is the thing. It says special moves, right? But this one says like spell damage and spell cooldown. So there are different kind of things in here. Like the magic damage is the blue number, but this itself is a spell. So anyway, let's learn lightning and spiritual healing, so we can like at least not die. Energy discharge, yeah, why not? Let's just try both of these. Also, which one should we go for? Regeneration rate of the magical spells. Yeah, why not? Let's just look how it changes. Like, this one is at 4 seconds, and this one is at 2.7. Let's just go for meditation. Ah, look at that. It doubles. Ooh. The numbers. Yes, the numbers. They're good. Oh, nice. Magical, magic physical, magic, magic fire, magic poison. Which means the magic damage of the kind physical and so on. Like magic is kind of strange. It should actually say like spell magic or something. But anyway, it goes up by like 8%. But I would just go for more speed, because more speed is more better. And we got rid of, well, 10%. Kind of. Anyway, so 1 and... Wait a minute. 1 and 2 is the weapon. And 5 and 6... 7. 6 and 7 is the spell here. Let's just move this a little bit closer, so that I can switch between like spells and weapons with 4, 5, 6, 7. But I think I'm going for like something more of the... yeah, I think I'm just going to switch some hotkeys in here. Bam! So...
I am not protected against normal
Bam!
damage.
Can we actually use 2 of these? Oh, or maybe it has something to do with the certain elements. I thought you are like sharing different kind of things in here. Different cooldowns. That's weird. Okay. So let's see if that... Yeah. Okay, so the cooldown was different, at least for different kind of schools of magics. Alright. So my idea was kind of correct at least, which is great. Pretty good. Oh, introduction to experience. By defeating enemies and completing quests, you gain experience. No shit. Once a certain amount has been collected, your character will increase in level. Leveling will allow you to increase your character's statistics and skills. Additionally, a plus icon will appear next to the character, giving you the opportunity to either improve your current skills or add new ones. These will appear at the top right of the inventory screen. Improve your current skills by left-clicking on the plus next to the respective skills. At certain levels, you can add a new skill. Your choice will depend on the type of character you wish to create. The thing is, you can choose out of a multiple different skills, but you can have only a maximum of a certain amount of skills, and you cannot retrain, I think. So that is definitely not going to work. So let's see. Wasn't there like a go in peace? Sure. Damn it. How do you quickly move it? Like, I cannot click away from it. And also wells. Wells are important because there's a little icon next to the healing potion. That's neat. Was that always the case? I think this is because of the mod. It was never like that. Anyway. Yeah, let's talk to her. Yeah, please fetch me some Tangleweed from the herb garden. I'm currently busy researching a new cure for rashes, and I require some Tangleweed from our herb garden. I think... Yeah, the first thing is just do the thing, and then there's a little bit of an explanation to complete the experience. I would be very grateful if you were kind enough to do that.
Don't despair, I'll carry out your mission for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there we have the demon form, which is actually not a spell that we can use. The demon form, well, it's the demoness, of course. It uses that stuff. So, yeah, what do we have here? Where's the demon thing? Book of Monsters. Andukar, demon form. Oh, no. That's very interesting. Where do we have that stuff? Spiritual healing. Yeah, the Avatar of Life spell. Releases the organism's own healing powers and regenerates the health of the magician or selected companion. Upon taking this form, the mage also waives any effects of poison. It kind of is strange that if you take this form, you're not choosing anything else. Anyway, the magic of Fulmin, also known by the variant name Fulgul, is a powerful spell which makes use of the build-up energies of divergent voltages in the air masses. The discharging of two oppositely charged spheres produce a flash of lightning, and at the point where the spell was spoken, grading of this magic produces a large area effect due to the large number of branches of the lightning strike. But, there we go, down here there's a little thing, the Andukar demon form. When Andukar is faced with a situation that will require physical strength, he transforms into a demon. His flesh appears to be merged with metal, which renders him much more resistant than a normal human. Andukar is supremely strong and fast in this form, and the shape closely resembles his true self. Very interesting. So, we have to still go to the herb garden over here. And which one? Oh, the barrel, yes. And there's another book. Oh, this is so convenient. So convenient. There's our little Tangleweed. Nothing? Come on. Can we talk to this guy though? Damn it. Don't. Just stand still there. Anyway, I think there's also no... Yeah, there are some characters that might be able to run a little bit faster, but this game has a very interesting way of making you move faster, because it gives you the ability to ride horses, which is such a cool idea, and you really have to use horses in this game, because otherwise you're just running around. very, 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 very long through the wilderness. And you won't get anything done. So what about these? There's a that's kind of strange, right? There's a bandit right next to our little monk lady. Oh, is she? Yeah. Go in peace. Yeah, nice. Novices. Monk lady. I just don't notice how stupid that sounded. Anyway, for some reason we got our level up very, very quickly. Kind of weird though. So thank you so much for assistance. I can finally do stuff. And every time you, well, do some missions, the chance of you getting a spell for your class are very high. Actually, they're almost 100%. So that means do a lot of quests and you get a lot of those gusts of wind and whatnot. Gusts of wind is actually quite cool spell. Where's this thing? Yeah, there are two. We have the whirlwind. Surrounds the magician, causing damage to nearby foes and reduces the probability of a hit by ranged attacks. Then we also have a strong gust of wind, which is more like a push forward, which blows enemies back. And wind in here does, strangely, poisonous damage. So this and this, all of that does poisonous damage. And then we have, of course, lightning, which is also wind in some way, but this one is more magical in nature. And then we have like earth spells, which are, well, the circle of fear is more like a thing that keeps us safe, maybe. Cause opponents to be turned to stone. This is just really neat. Like you use this and then you just shatter them. If you're quick enough, of course. Stone skin is like the, maybe like a shield wall. What was that? No protection in direct close combat, sure. But this is good against the ranged weapons, which forms around the magician, against magic attacks. Oh, and shots from where? So both of them. Neat. Chance to block 53%. That's quite nice. That is quite nice. And this one also has a chance of blocking of 53%. Interesting. So this one increases our physical resistance. Nice. And armor protection of the magician. Sweet. So, Meteor Storm. That is a really nice spell, actually. Maybe the only aggressive stone spell at all. Yeah, interesting. So, but this one mixes of like physical and fire. Very neat. And then, of course, we have the actual ranged abilities. So, Flame Skin is so sweet. Opponents suffer damage caused by the Blazing Magician, whilst arrows attacks are weakened. Also increases resistance to fire. That's really sweet. It seems as this one is like almost active. No, 30 seconds. But you can make it so that you can recast this, the spell before it actually stops, before the duration ends. So we have like that stuff again. Purgatory, Furious Hellfire follows nearby opponents. That's kind of sweet. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just learn a lot of spells, figure out which one I like the most, and then I'm going to max out a specific one. So let's just learn that. And yeah, this one here has like bronze thingy. This one has a silver thingy. And this one also has a silver thingy. Like the bronze, silver, and gold or whatever is beneficial to the stuff that you put in it. I think it increases the stats. So if it's bronze, it's not as good. If it's silver, it's slightly better. So these are your sockets, and they come in different different powers. It's kind of strange. So what was I? I wanted to get more mental regeneration, I believe. And we started at 30, so you get a normal level up, of course. And or did we? Anyway, 2.4, and this is like 119, 2.4. 119, 2.4. Okay, so nothing really happened there, which is kind of weird. For some, reduces spell cooldown. Yeah, but no, it's not like this. Does mental regeneration actually work in here or not? That's weird. Whatever. And now we have an option for a new skill, and of course another point for old skills. So, and this is what I was speaking about before. You have different skill improvements like fire magic, earth magic, water and air magic. This one shortens the spell time and the regeneration time for all earth spells, water spells, air spells, or like fire spells, of course. Weapon lore, this ability increases the damage dealt to a foe from close combat and ranged weapons, which is actually also pretty neat. And then you have, similar to the elemental magics, you have a certain lore which boosts your weapons in this case. Not just general weapon usage, like magical bonuses, but also the specific weapon usage. In this case, it's the sword lore. The attack effectiveness and speed when fighting with a sword. That's so sweet. Does it also tell you? No. This one just tells you what it does, but once we can get it to level 2 or so, we actually see some percentages. So, long-handled weapons. The ability to fight with long-handled weapons, which is like this thing over here. The problem is I have no idea what it actually does, and maybe if you increase this, it's not just the damage that increases, it's also the bonus effect that kind of changes. Like, I don't really know. I kind of want to click on that, but nah. Increasing this skill will enhance the handling of horses, and it increases duration and damage of charge attacks. And sometimes, well, you can also use skills on horses, but not all of the skills. And the ones that you can't use turn into charge attacks. And then riding is basically it. So the better your riding skill, the better your horse. But right now, I don't really know what kind of skill I could choose here. The only thing I know is that I definitely want like meditation or whatnot. So let's just keep the points. Because I don't want to fork it out too much. You can't choose another ability every time you level up. It's like every 4 to 8 levels, and that can kind of take a little while.
Normal damage.
Oh, and this one is a special enemy, depicted by this little star cross. Oh, we have an instant strike. That's nice. That is quite neat. That is not quite cool. And this is a... Oh, no. Don't want to die. Don't want to die. Yeah, it zaps different enemies as well. Nice. Yeah. Feel my magics. And there his soul went and left his body. So what do we got here? Healing potions and other kind of stuff. Let's just use one key to pick up all of the items, because this is one of the best features I've ever seen in a game like this. Pick up everything. Don't care, pick up everything. Alright, and then there's also something that you can't really see, right? It's this magical hiding places. You see them because of this little star shine, sprinkle, whatever thing. And then, like, items pop up. Sometimes, or like most of the time, it's just potions. Some other times it's other stuff. Do not accept every mixture or put up with any change. You are a somewhat touchy deity. Sainty Exuberate, a runestone. Woo! Yeah. Kind of woof. Lightning! Lightning is kind of cool because it's instant. Oh, potion of teleportation. Don't want to use it right now. No idea how that works. But we can get another level up any moment. Just give me a second. Oh, the reason why we had like 2 of those talent skills, I believe, is because we leveled up twice. Once from killing an enemy, and the other one by finishing a mission. And there's also the good old graveyard with the creators' names on it, I think. I don't know if it's this graveyard or if it was another one. But what about that one? Grave. Here rests Huron, who finally fed Crank too much catnip and coffee in one sitting. A body of a man. Katya now sleeps beneath the stone. Seldom she slept before alone. the body of a woman. Then we have a cave. Bob the squirrel. Oh. And of course, Bob the squirrel tried to hide some stuff. Famous last words. Ah, the medicine. I have been waiting for. Body of a man. Some more stuff to pick up. What do we got here? The game apologizes for the fact that it was unable to place a monster here. The NPC job market is currently undergoing a crisis. This grave is empty. My wife rests here. Her time has passed and I have got some peace at last. Body of a woman. So, alone, need friends. Never fear, your new buddies are here.
As they call it.
No! Damn it, I wanted to press space. I'm so stupid.
Oh!
Why am I dead? Not cool. Okay, and we lost a little bit of gold because of the penalty. So stupid. So stupid. I wanted to not die at least. Okay. That's the thing. I had like almost no health. And then I was like, should I run away or just leave it a little bit? And then of course I died. What about this woman? I don't know you. Sure. What about the other one? If any more troops are sent to the borderlands, there won't be any protector left the upright and the honest. There's also, I think, another quest down here, but let's just ignore this woman. I want to defeat the skeletons, which have now taken over the land. Destroy. Destroy. Uh-oh. Okay, so kiting might be one of the only few options. Oh no! The nice thing is that this guy doesn't seem to get killed at all. Like you can resurrect them if the conditions are right. No, 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 no. Ah! No, 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 no. Now I'm poisoned. That's not good. I don't have antidotes. Oh, oh. How long until this poison effect is gone? Oh, thank goodness. Hey! And the other guy is still kind of okay. Oh, this poison fire is absolutely insane. So, what about items? We got the skeleton skull, which is one of the items that you can actually use in order to improve your weapons. Minimal level 18, obviously. Can you use it as a weapon?
Unfortunately, I would be only too pleased to utilize this item, but it will be a while before I'm able to.
Oh. But can we really use it? That would, I don't know if that works or not. Anyway, so decaying armor of the flames. How do you... Oh, okay. This is something that this game cannot really do. Can it? At least it adds the protection together. But for some reason I cannot compare the power of this item with the power of that item over here, which is a bit iffy. But this one, yeah, Constitution. Like, I still don't know where the Constitution spells would be found. That's so weird. Anyway, to be honest. Oh, I could have also used the gust of wind. Let's just try that once. Why not? And this is the gust of wind spell. Really cheap. And 4.6 seconds. Kind of long thing. Yeah, you can also right click it. Why didn't I use this? Oh, healing. Oh, so stupid. I don't need to have the inventory full of potions. If I do that. Regenerates life by 60%. Hey, we get a percentage. Nice. So, what do we got here? Versus undead, weapon damage, and other stuff. What is this? Versus undead, weapon damage, fire, plus 41% dexterity. Ooh. Interesting way to scale things. Fire spell, plus 7, 3 whatnot percent. Long-handled weapons. Yeah. I still have no clue if they would scale right or not. This is the other one. So let's look at this. 120 damage at the moment. And now it is 140 damage. Pretty sweet. And let's just place the other one down here if we don't really need it. Like, that's the interesting bit here. Like, it has different damage values. Like, it has 9 to 12 and 17 to 20 damage. And for some reason, if we add them together, you do not end up at 40 damage. So it's kind of like this number, but twice as much for some reason. So, what else we got? The endurance value, the attack speed bonus, and whatnot. And the dexterity thingy. Like, this game has such an interesting way of calculating damage and everything like that. It's kind of neat. So, let's see. Let's just at least do... Oh, no, wait a minute. This quest actually takes a little while because that one... I've played so many characters from level 1 to 10 in this game. It's so weird. I kind of know this starting area a bit too well. But yeah, she wants us to go a little bit further west. Like, yeah, I'm right here at the moment. And I think it goes like... How far, actually? Maybe it's just this... Yeah, it's this far. Towards the water, there's a little cliff and a cave down here. And then... yeah, just defeat some enemies, come back again, and that's basically it. So, introductions to merchants. Yeah, all over Caria, merchants can be found who will buy your surplus items and offer other items for you to purchase. With the right mouse click, you can buy items instantly, whilst holding shift key and pressing the left mouse button on an item in your backpack will sell automatically. The merchant in your area can be found through the use of the world map, the M key, and they are represented by the money sack icon. So, let's get in here. Ooh, okay. Yellow means we don't have enough gold, right? Right. So, and this one, attack speed and range. This is actually, this is a good idea to use this thing. So I don't use sword and shield. Like, they say, experience gained from monsters plus 4%. That's a good one. And you also have this Meteor Storm plus 1. So some abilities get boosted as well. Regeneration of spells plus 10%. So you want this actually. And also, you can't really see this now, but some of these runes have different bonuses. So it's not always the same bonus. Some of them give you bonus to cast speed. So if you don't learn them but keep them and put them on weapons, you can use them in order to make other spells much better. So it's kind of like a trade-off that you have to do. And also you can use like runes of other characters because some of them have like lifesteal, which obviously is the one of the vampire. Yeah, that's so cool. Alright, so I can't really buy anything. Same goes for that. Of course, dwarven equipment. Oh, to all skills plus 1. Alright. And this is equipment for the horse, which makes it a little bit faster and a little bit more resilient to damage, which is so sweet. But we haven't gotten the horse yet, and it's actually very expensive. So, what else? Each hit draws life from opponents. The Cliff of Life. 25,000. Wow. I think this came in the game through the mod, right? I've never really seen this thing. But it does make it much more interesting. Much more interesting. So, well, shift click, right click buying, shift click selling. So let's just sell this thing and that thing for now. I don't know about the daggers, to be honest, but let's just sell that one as well. That's some nice attack speed, but let's just not focus on the numbers too much. Jade Shoulder Guards of the Servant, 0 out of 1, and the 0 out of 1 mean like there's 0 slots used out of 1 slot in this case. So what else we got? This is the vampires, sure. Bonus to defense, we don't care that much about it. And there's also something very cool in here. You can click on these and the inventory will be automatically sorted either horizontally or vertically. It is so sweet. So sweet. So I don't need to like move things around a lot. I just do this twice and then boop boop. Inventory is fine. Oh, it's so sweet. So sweet. There are some things in this game that make it just top notch. And if you think about it, it looks still pretty good. Because it was like pixel art, 2D art, whatever. Like all of these are just images. A little bit splotchy if you look very, very close at it. But if you zoom out like that, it looks decent. Playable, actually. Except for maybe the tiling, but that might be mod related. Like, you see those little thingies up here? That's just it. But, nah. So, let's get the barrel into the crate. Hey, we're rich. Alright. So, we still need to do a few more quests, and we also need to decide like, what kind of skills we want. But, okay, let's just... Oh, Phase Shift is such a nice spell. Teleportation is so useful. It also tells you not while riding on a horse. Some spells can be used on a horse. All of the aggressive ones. And then increase agility and attacking capabilities. Like the Cataract of Agility is like for your physical kind of characters. And oh, this was the speed improvement. That's the spell that I was talking to. The Ring of Ice, which slows down opponents and harms them a little bit. Mostly slow. And flings small icicles at opponents and harms them as well. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. So, and every ice kind of damage is magical in nature. That's why this is blue mostly. Magician becomes transparent and permeable to opponents in order to cause a threatening encirclement. Well, it's not really a threatening encirclement. This is your get out of the enemies kind of spell, similar to the Phase Shift. Like everything with a body is basically making sure that you survive. So Flame Skin makes it impossible for arrows to hit you, mostly. Also deals damage. Stone Skin, of course, kind of self-explanatory. It increases defense by turning you into stone. Then Phase Shift moves you away. Water Form does the same thing, but in this case you don't get damaged. Then you also have like Ghost Mellow, which accelerates regeneration of spells. This is good. Yeah, you can like have this one active almost all the time. The regeneration rate is also lower than the duration. That's good. So, Shield Wall, of course, good against arrows and magic. Then you have your normal healing spells. And yeah, there's a set value. And this one here accelerates health regeneration. So similar. Oh, and it accelerates it in a very interesting way. So it does not just give you health, it increases the physical regeneration. So it changes with your stats. Very neat. And this one increases mental regeneration, this one increases physical regeneration, and this one changes also other stats. So the spells themselves don't just give you other stuff, they work by changing the stats of your character. That is actually a really interesting thought. Because otherwise what you could also do is like you could hard code some kind of function in that checks for damage, and if it was like, let's say, magical also, then it gets reduced by a certain amount. But then you have to put in an awful lot of additional functions in order to make that work. But this way here is much more elegant actually. It just changes the stats of the character and bam. Let's call it a spell. Oh, neat. Alright, yeah, we basically got all of the abilities here. The Purgatory thing, the thing about this fire spell is that it just follows enemies, but I don't know how many of these we can actually have, if it's just one, or if we can just summon an awful lot of them and then we just auto-aim at the enemies. With a bit of luck that works. The nice thing is that it's poisonous. Ooh, interesting. Poison damage and fire damage. Now that is Purgatory for you. Nice. This might be one of the only few fire poison spells. Nice. Yeah, and I also tried to play this character here with like pure focus on poison, because you can push the enemy away. It's so convenient. You don't get damaged because you can just shove them away. So sweet. But yeah, then we also have like a bit more funny-ish kind of abilities. Anyway, the nice thing is that you can just, yeah, learn another spell and maximize them if you want to. The only problem is finding the skills if you don't have like the right setup. So, alrighty, what do we want to level up here? Like meditation increases regeneration rate of magic spells. That's actually one of the better ones, but what was that? Shortens the spell time and the regeneration time for all of spells. Well, how does that work? Increases the ability to fight with long-handled weapons. It increases the ability to fight with them. Yeah. But what does it mean? Oh shit. I think I need to look at the wiki in order to understand what this thingy actually means. Like, it could mean you just deal more damage with the weapon, or it means that the bonus effects of the weapon become better as well. So this 73% will turn into... Actually, I can just save. Why don't I just do that? So let's just pick a long-handled weapon right now. And I should have looked at the numbers beforehand. Okay, how does it change? Attack and attack speed. Ah, okay. So this one is 35 to 43. 35, 43. 35, 43 still. That's weird. Or do I need to... Nope. That's weird. So we can have the attack speed here. Bam, 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 bam. It's kind of neat. Oh, attack is the hit chance. Ah, so stupid. So stupid, so stupid, so stupid. There is a certain... Like there's attack, 50, defense, so and so much. And this might be to hit 60 something percent. But no. Plus 80%. Let's just put a few more numbers in here just so we know it's not working. Jesus. 24 to 27. Yeah, so the bonus percentage does not change. Kind of annoyed by the fact that this one... Okay. 24 to 29. Let's just reload again. So now we have our numbers back. Okay. So the damage did not really change. It's something else that kind of changes. I don't know. Let's choose long-handled weapon again. So attack 36. Ah! So these attack values here are in relation to this character. Very interesting. What was that just now? Okay, you can click on this and you drop your gold. That's just nice. Very nice way of dropping gold, but we don't want that, do we? Let's just reload again. So, anyway. There's an attack thingy in here. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, it is dependent on your weapon. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just look at this again. 36, 44. 36, 44 again. So, you still got attack and defense. 36, 44, yeah. And then you have like this attack and defense thing. So it might just be a hit chance. Or something. 69%. And now it is 50. Yeah. So it's just a percentage thing. So the long-handled weapons thing, the ability to fight, means how good you are at hitting it, or how quickly you can hit it. The attack speed is something very good about it. But yeah, enhances the attack effectiveness and speed when fighting with swords, which is basically the same as with the long-handled weapons. Like, it's just bonus, bonus attack and attack speed, but we don't care much about it. So the quick save and quick load function is pretty neat, actually. I like that. So what else we got? Weapon or this ability increases the damage dealt to a foe from close combat. And range weapons. Well, range weapons would be pretty neat. What I want, I think I'm going for a purgatory build right now. I wanna make this my go-to spell, just because it has auto aim. Even if I don't have that yet, which is actually not a good idea to like try to level up a spell that you don't have. Unbelievable. So let's just look at the fire spells for now. How do they change? Regeneration, fire magic plus 6%. And attack speed also goes up a little bit. So 2.2. 2.0. So we always get like a 0.1 second change or something. Nah. And now I can't level this up even further because it cannot get higher than the level that you have at the moment. Understandable. But yeah, it kind of means that you have to mix and match a bit. I have to say that the meditation is the better way of changing the damage. So 1.8 and 120. Let's just go back again. 120 again. So what did those thingies change? Attack speed. Yeah, so the attack speed of the fire spell, which is, that's the wrong one. How quickly you can do this, and 1, 2, 3, whatnot. Much quicker. So this is how you can do that? Wait a minute, 2.0, 2.3. Okay. Nothing here. That's weird. Like I went for meditation, right? And it does not change the numbers at all. 4.4, 5.2, 2.3. Wait. 2. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, it does change. It does change it. Yes, it does change. All right. Because this game does not use mana. That's actually very interesting. That means that if we increase the cast speed, not only do we get more responsive when it comes to the damage, we can also do something else that's interesting. We can just also increase the damage by increasing our casting speed. Because in the other games that have a mana system in there, that kind of restricts your output, because if you cast multiple times, that means you use up more mana, right? In order to deal more damage, which means our output of damage goes up, but also our mana output goes up. So the efficiency hasn't really increased. So the only thing that increased is the damage per second. So the damage in a given period of time has increased, but not in relation to the mana expenditure. But in this game there is no mana. That means we can increase the damage by either increasing the damage number, so the in this case the 120 in here, or we can increase the regeneration rate in here. In this case it's at 2 seconds, or we make it faster by going down to 1.8 seconds or so. So that means we can use the same spell quicker. So it kind of works. Like, let's say we have 2 seconds, and then we might be able to go down to 1 second, which would be an increase of 100% damage per second. And we still have the same damage value, but we would at least be able to use it twice as often, which is kind of nice. Really, really, really neat. Okay. So, let's see. Damn it, I went for magic law. How stupid. Increases the damage caused by all spells. Well, by 4 only. Great. But I wanted to go for like this stuff. 1.8. What is the highest we can get though? Like 2.3? 2.2? 2.1? 2.1 and 1.9, so I expect 1.7 afterwards. Not quite. So we can get 1.7 with all of that. Very interesting. It's basically a... is it a 30% increase in damage? No. Yes. No. Almost. So, is there a way to... Damn it. There is no way to increase your skill damage here. No. Shortens the spell time and the regeneration time for all spells. It's always spell time and not spell damage. So what about magic lore? If we just max out this number, how much damage do we do now? We increased the damage from 120 to 133, which is not that big of an increase. It's like 10%. But if we reduce the cast speed, we can actually change the damage output by more than this amount. That is very interesting. So going for speed in this game might be a good choice as well. Fascinating. Very, very fascinating. Now the big question is what kind of spell do we want? Probably fire for the purgatory. But I have to say that the lightning strike with the auto aim, or like, the thing is, it's not a projectile, it just works just like that, which is so convenient, but it needs multiple targets in order to be really effective. So what you actually want is some kind of nuke ability, something that works against one character, maybe more if they are present, but you don't need more enemies in order to get all of the power. Like the purgatory in here. Only problem is it might be very, very slow. Anyway. As I said, let's end this for now and continue with this quest at another time. And then we might even be able to choose a much, much, much nicer kind of skills and whatnot. So, but let's do this in the other episode. Until then, like and subscribe, of course. Ta-ta!